How many times do we have to watch the same performance week in, week out? Real Madrid are constantly performing in this way, and it's getting very, very worrying. Because Elche 2, Real Madrid 2, and let's just talk about this disaster. Coming into this game, Xabi Alonso got the formation absolutely perfect in my opinion. He started with 3 at the back, which is exactly what I wanted. I wanted the 3 at the back, and I wanted, of course, Gonzalo García to be in this team. Now, not all of my wishes came true. Also 3 at the back with Asensio, Carreras, and Huijsen in the 3, and then you had Fran Garcia as the left wing back. You have Arda Güler, Ceballos, and the right wing back in Trent Alexander-Arnold. And then in the 10 was Jude Bellingham, and up front with Rodrigo and Mbappé. Now, of course, I wanted Gonzalo to be in that team, but I was quite happy. I was quite content with what Real Madrid would do in this game with that formation. But this is the problem that happened again and again, is that when the profile is correct, then the team plays well. But Xabi Alonso clearly doesn't understand how to get the right profiles into this team, because why did Gonzalo Garcia not start this game? As soon as Gonzalo Garcia came on in that second half, Real Madrid looked like a different team. But listen, we'll get to that in the second half anyway. But the first half, let's just talk about the first half. Real Madrid had quite a few situations where Real Madrid actually played really well. There was a chance in the first half where Asensio and Trent combined really well and found Mbappé, and Mbappé just shot wide. That was a really nice rotation. But the main situation and the issue was going on was the same, is that Real Madrid passed the ball around really nicely, passed it to Trent. Trent looks up, nobody's there. Because Rodrigo and Mbappé are asking for the ball to feet. This is why it's not going to work with these attackers. And I don't know how many times I have to say the same thing, that start guys who are the right profiles. Now, in the midfield, I actually really enjoyed the midfield. Arda Güler and Ceballos both, switched turns in who should have been the deepest, lying playmaker. And it worked well for most of the game. Or most of the first half, shall I say. Because, of course, as soon as second half came along, Elche went up 1-0 by the goal of Febas, which was actually poor by Trent Alexander-Arnold. He lost the 1-2 and he lost the man, and obviously they went and scored the goal. But in the first half, before we get to the second half, Real Madrid created expected XG of 0.86. Now, of course, Elche was 0.63. Real Madrid had 8 shots and they created 2 big chances. Let's talk about the 2 big chances. The 2 big chances for Kylian Mbappé that he should have really scored. The first one was a long ball from a transition. It was Arda Güler to Mbappé, and he was 1-on-1. He tried to chip the keeper. It was a bit of an angle, but he should have done a lot better. The second one, point blank chance. Great cross by Trent. We'll get to Trent in a minute. Great cross by Trent. Point blank on the volley, and he misses it. Trent had a really, really good game with his crossing today, and I thought even his crosses from corners was absolutely excellent, and he looked very dangerous. But again, there was just nobody in the box apart from Jude Bellingham. So again, there's a lack of profiles when Trent plays. There's no point having Trent in the team if you're not going to have a guy like Gonzalo Garcia in the box. And this was the issue the whole game. The second half came along. Real Madrid went down straight away by 1-0 by Febas, and it was deserved because yes, the XG wasn't high, Elche's, but they did, have a few good moments. And Rafa Mir in the first half, and of course Andre Silva had 2 big chances where they really should have been up. They could have been up 2-3-0 to be fair. The third chance was a bit of a half chance, but Real Madrid struggle, to still create these big chances and keep Elche out. Again, the defensive issues are still there, and of course the attack issue is still there. And if it wasn't for Huijsen and Jude Bellingham in that second half, where would Real Madrid be right now? Real Madrid created an XG of 2.47. Real Madrid created an XG of 2.47 in that second half. So Real Madrid did create a lot of chances in the second half. But why are we not doing that in the first half? Gonzalo Garcia came on in the 60th minute. Vini Jr., Fede, Camavinga all came on as soon as the 1-0 went in. It's not good enough. Why is this not being done from the first minute? And Vini came on, had a rubbish performance again. Gonzalo Garcia just nearly got onto the winner in the last couple of minutes. Fantastic play again. Because of a number 9 was in the box, he was able to do that. Apart from that, Real Madrid did not even deserve to even get a draw. I thought they could probably deserved, the loss. The second goal was just awful defending, and it was Alvaro again, ex-academy player. Febas, of course, ex-academy player for Real Madrid as well. So look, this was another worrying performance. Another performance where Real Madrid are not able to, take the game and dominate games with their, attacking players, because the profiles are not in there. You can't start the a 2 attack if you don't have Gonzalo Garcia in there. Why don't Xabi just try him? You clearly put him on today because you felt like that was going to be it. But Xabi Alonso is clearly struggling now with this Real Madrid team to figure out what's his best team. Now, every single game there's been a different lineup, and that is not anything to really champion. In the first 5 or 6 games, I understand he was trying to figure out his best team, but we're nearly in December and Xabi has still not figured out his best team. This is really concerning. Xabi needs to get one team and stick with that team, and of course have guys off the bench, because some of his decision making from the bench just doesn't make sense. And again, today was the same thing. He waited the 60th minute to put Gonzalo in, and that was only after he's taken Rodrigo off already for Vini. Why not take Rodrigo off for Gonzalo and play Mbappé and Gonzalo? It just doesn't make sense. So Xabi Alonso needs to figure out his best team, because you cannot keep changing this team. Apart from that, everything else was pretty much the same. I mean, Arda Güler didn't have one of his best games. Ceballos, again, not his best game. Jude Bellingham literally saving Real Madrid in the last couple of minutes again. Even for the first goal, he flicked it on for Højlund and the cross by Trent. So Again, it's just hero football. Like, Real Madrid need to do it from the first minute. But unfortunately, at this moment in time, Real Madrid are really struggling to get good performances. And that's another lackluster performance. And this is really concerning. But look, that is just my match thoughts. Of course, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and see you in the next one.